Yeah, well, what can I say? I have to keep an eye on my mama, and I have to do these darkest videos. And the bugs are driving me crazy. It's still the 2nd of July, 2025. It is well after 11 o'clock at night. About 6 after anyway. And the bill at this point is stuck in procedure. With everything that they have, the House rules keeps fluctuating. Senate are stagnant concerning about the processing procedures, debates, and everything else going on there. Follows that procedures. House keeps making up the rules half the time anyway per bill. What they're going to allow, what they're not going to allow. And right now they're stuck in a procedural vote. It's rules and how they're going to be governing this bill, how they're going to be governing the debates if necessary. But for the procedures, Speaker Mike Johnson had decided it was going to be very short. Dropped the bill on him a second time and hope that this thing gets passed. He wants a Trump win on this one. Problem is, it ain't going to happen. Because the longer this bill has been out there and exposed a great deal, not to mention the Republican or Trumplican Party, shall I call them, has been going over this damn thing. They really don't want to touch this thing with a 10-foot pole. They got no choice. Trump wants this done by July 4th. So he can have a big, fat, patriotic bill to sign, make himself feel good. Unfortunately, he's taken away a hell of a lot of crap from a lot of people. I mean, can you expect this asshole to really try to solve America's problems by spending $45 million just on his birthday by doing an army bash? I mean, the army would probably do it anyway if they had it in the budget. But Trump was going to be there to celebrate his birthday. And hardly anybody showed up, maybe a few thousand, that's about it. And they had to call him a tanks. They had vehicles going by. They had soldiers going by. They had flyovers. $45 million just for a short stint up a few miles. And nobody came to the party. And Trump was so disappointed. He slept. And he was slurring. And man, he really didn't want to be it. I mean, it wasn't what he thought it was going to be, what he wanted it to be. But he screwed himself over on this one, and the people left and right. $45 million just for this bullshit. Meanwhile, during those days, we had rallies up and down the coastline in different towns doing this. No King Day, on the same day his birthday is. And he still wanted the military stuck in L.A. just to terrorize us. In the bill, there are provisions to make the largest federal law enforcement department ever. The ICE, Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement. Larger and more powerful than the FBI. They're the stormtroopers that we can't fight against. We have to keep going along with them. And the bill wants to give them more money because they're broke. They used up all their funding for all these damn ICE raids that they're doing across the country. And they want more. They want their detention centers built up so they can put people in there, either for processing or deportation. They've already got Alcatraz going. They're just waiting for the first influx. But they're built ready for it. Out of funding in a state where it's prone for hurricanes. This is hurricane season. They're going to get their storms. They're going to get their heavy rains. They're going to get the flooding. And all the material that's supposed to house survivors is going to be housing prisoners? Another Manzanar? They can't find justification for this bill because people are screaming on the phone lines, jamming their emails, telling these guys, no, there's going to be repercussions on this one. Even in my town, there's going to be repercussions. Maybe some of these guys like to see the damn thing, but once ICE gets their hands on people in this town, what do you think they're going to say after that? ICE is given too much of a role, and it becomes the law enforcement agency of the land where nobody can touch him. Oh, they need to stop this bill or we're going to get a revolution going. There's going to be someone out there with a burp his ass is going to start to spark, and then we're in for it, boys and girls. You don't send the U.S. military in any way, shape, or form after American citizens. It's not American, it's not right, it's against the law. But they're finding ways to get around that shit. The military's not comfortable with it. They'd rather be, the National Guard out here in California, would rather be fighting fires. Or equipped for that. They're not breaking down people's doors and having the Marines coming over doing that. It's one thing sending them over to different countries to fight the wars. That's what they're trained for. But in the United States, and that's what they're arguing with. Trump wants an authoritative state, and along with his Trumplicans are really, really are drooling over this thing. They're convinced an authoritative regime is the only way for them to govern this country. Tearing apart the Constitution and everything else that it stands for, and everything else of our American precedents. Everything of our precedents gone. I hope they're listening. It's not just their political futures in jeopardy. It's everyone's. You, me, everybody. It's not just thinking about it. What do we do about it?